I'm Landon Hullinger, class of 2021 from Millikin Community High School, and I'm committed to play at Millikin University.
Dylan Singleton, class of 2021, Lincoln Community High School, and I'm going to play basketball at Missouri S&T.
But also, you guys have been playing together since you were young kids.
I'll tell you what, growing up, it's everything. It's a lifestyle. Coming to these games, especially when you're younger, it was kind of a message for those Friday nights in Lincoln that, hey, you always come watch the basketball team in Lincoln Community High School. And now that we're past that era of me and Dylan, it's kind of surreal because really basketball means so much to us in this program that Coach Alexander has built, and it's really amazing.
Not a normal season for you guys, but what it meant to just play in general.
This season was filled with ups and downs. I mean, there was so much uncertainty within this normal start date. It was almost like, oh my gosh, we're gonna start playing to we're not gonna play at all. It was just so much uncertainty. But then when we finally got to play, of course it was different with no fans and masks, but it's still the same Lincoln basketball that we know and love. We still play the same exact way. Nothing really changed. It still felt like we were just very thankful to play.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised at the beginning of the year that they said that Two Topless was added to our conference, and I played golf, and they weren't in the conference. I don't really think that they were in it for golf, but then yeah, we got to play on the first game of basketball, and yeah, they're tough. They were like a 1A team, but they played just like any of us, the 3A teams. I mean, they were up there.
Your shining moments for your career from your freshman to your senior year.
The number one that stands out the most is beating MacArthur here during sectionals my junior year. That was probably the greatest game that I've ever been a part of, and it was ecstatic. The fans, it was just a very magical night. It was fantastic.
Okay, so sophomore year, we had to beat Lamphere, and then we had to beat Taylorville, who just beat us on a buzzer beater a week before. We had to beat them in the regional championship, and we did. And then we beat Urbana in the sectional, but ended up losing to Southeast, who I think got second in state that year.
What makes you two, the duo for Lincoln, two special athletes?
I think for us, it would be chemistry. For how long we played together and how long we've kind of understood each other's game. We know how we operate on the floor and what situations are the best for each other. Especially if obviously you have Dylan and you got a clock 5 seconds to go, you're getting him the ball and you're going. Or if you're going to need an open shot, Dylan's going to find me. It's just kind of we kind of play off of each other. That's why we've been so good these past 4 years.
All the practice, all the time. We were always in the gym every single day, just working on the little shots, because those are the ones that the count at the end. I could go back to against Effingham. We were down 16 going into the fourth quarter. We came back. I actually had a chance to win the game. I had the ball with 5 seconds left up at the top, and I drove down, pulled up in the middle, and it literally went almost all the way down and came out. But yeah, just going, my mind's just set on I got to win it for the team.
faced as far as the COVID situation this year, and what were the issues that you guys had to go through?
There's multiple issues, but I think the biggest was exposure to more colleges, because obviously, like, they couldn't be here for the games like they usually could because the season went as long as it was. But another big thing I thought was the masks. Obviously, it was very tough to breathe out there. I would go through like 4 or 5 masks a game because they would just get so wet.
Yep, that's exactly, yeah. It was a little tough.
Playing in the Apollo, what type of competition has that helped you guys out with going into college?
It was sort of a different feel. I mean, when you go from CS8, Central State 8 to Apollo, you kind of see a major difference. When you're looking at Central State 8, you're looking at teams that are really fast, really, I mean, just kind of the next level, bigger schools. But then you go to kind of the Apollo, things are kind of slowed down. It's actually a little bit more fundamental, but there's a major difference. But it did help shape me as a player in a sense of understanding the game a little bit more and kind of learning how defenses, offenses, how they work. Well, being at T-Town when we played, it's a smaller gym and it's a little different. From the beginning of the game, I couldn't buy a shot. I was just dead. I don't know what my deal was. I couldn't make anything, and I was just trying to keep shooting. And then in the second half, when that rolled around, I was kind of mad at myself because I couldn't make anything. And then they gave us the play. When time was running down, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if they'll be able to see this coming. I'm kind of mad, a little energetic. I'm ready. I'm just itching to get up there. And then they call the play, and then Grunder is standing at the half-court line, which is way farther than what we usually anticipate. And I'm standing in my spot over there, and I'm just like, okay, Grunder's a little far out for this. But he threw it, and then I saw it. He couldn't have put it more perfect. And then I jumped up there, and I grabbed it, and then I could just see right into the rim, and I'm like, here we go. And then just jam right down to the buzzer, and I was very ecstatic.
So we've had the summer camps all growing up, so Coach Al's always been there, and he's always taught us life lessons at the camps and everything. But just having him as a coach, actually, I've been on varsity for 4 years now, so I was around him a lot, and he taught you a lot about life, not just basketball, but he taught us a lot about the game, how to be disciplined, how to play with your heart. Even though, obviously we're not always the biggest team, but we somehow always win. It's just because we play hard and we practice hard.
The one thing I'll miss the most, especially, is the lineup announcements. How we usually shut the lights off and the band just does their thing and the student section does their thing and everybody just goes crazy. And running out of that tunnel, it's a surreal feeling. And then being able to do that and then go out on the court and play with your best friends, it feels like a dream. And now that it's over, I'm just so happy that it happened.
The junior season for you guys, as far as the talent level you guys had and how far you guys, the amount of time you guys spent in this gym and postseason.
That team was stacked. We had 5 guys that could score upwards of 15 to 20 a night, and it could have been anybody. It was the 3 seniors that we had with us were truly great role models, and it was like looking back, my junior year was my favorite year of my high school career, just because of the chemistry. Like, we talk about chemistry a lot, and those other 3 fit in very well with us 2. And the other 4 started the year before, and I came in and took Jermaine Hamlin's spot. And I obviously didn't expect to really make as much of an impact as I did. I was fully prepared to take that back seat, be a role player, do all the other stuff. But they were just there to help me and everything, and I'm forever grateful for that.
My junior season, that team, we were loaded, like Landon said. We have five college. All 5 of us are playing college basketball, so you can see what the talent we had. So yeah, I think if COVID wouldn't have cut us short, we could have made a far run.
My decision on choosing Millikin, it was actually a fairly easy one. I have some connections. My mother and my uncle went there for school, and I took a visit there, and I just fell in love with the campus and everything about it. It's smaller, it's more homier, and it's only 40 minutes away from home, which is close to here, which is very nice. It's easy for me to come back and forth. But the program is, right now we're sort of in a rebuild, and with my incoming freshman class and the players that we have right now, I think that we could definitely make a huge impact on the program and take it to the top.
If you just look at all the colleges that I talked to, like, it was just definitely the place. Not even just for basketball, just to get a good degree. And I went for the visit there. The school was amazing. The coaches were awesome. And I going to study business and had a good program there. So basically, those are all the factors that went in on my decision.
Growing up, at what age did you guys decide you guys wanted to play college basketball?
I think probably the first time I stepped foot in this gym, because you kind of see how it is at the high school level, but then when you start to think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, think about the college level, think about the next level. And especially me being a pretty big Illinois fan growing up, going to those games, you kind of see how these things work, and you're just like, wow, I really want to be in that position. And then once I got here, I knew that if I worked hard enough, I can get to that next step, and here I am at that next step. I'm very excited.
I'm not really going to lie and say that I thought I was going to be a college basketball player when I was little. I did want that, but I also wanted to be a college baseball player and professional golfer, just like every kid's dream. But yeah, in high school is when I really kind of, probably I'd say after sophomore year, I was like, yeah, I'm going to pick basketball, because then I started playing more in the summer and not so much baseball and golf, but I did play all three sports. So
I'm just so thankful for everybody that's helped me along the way on the journey to get to where I am, especially right now. All the coaches on the high school basketball team, they're the best in the state of Illinois, or even the United States of America, in my opinion. They're the best. And as for my family, I'm extremely grateful for my parents to drive me all the way to those long tournaments, and all those AAU stuff and all that crazy stuff, and all the Gatorades they bought me. And also just the community of Lincoln, it means so much to come out and support all of us playing here in this amazing gym and this amazing program. It really means so much to me. I'm just forever grateful.
Everyone from my high school coaches to my AAU coach, Coach Watson, to all my family and friends, they've just always been there for me, and they led me on the right path to make the right decision.
Well, boys, good luck with your career.
Thank you very much for the support.
Thank you for all you've done.
That's pretty good.